Hey, 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 good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Should cover just about all of you. If it doesn't, oh well, you've got something wrong with that. Just want to touch a few things real quick. We hit 82 subs. We hit 500 hours viewed. My one silly little dog video, top 2,500 views. We got 70 views on last night's flight, in spite of being broken. So things are going well. Hey Luke, how's it going? We're just getting started here, just chilling on the end of the runway. Hopefully I'll get it in the air without being too much of an embarrassment. Spent an hour or so last night practicing. Done a little bit today practicing. I'm flying the clip wing tonight. It's supposed to have a better roll rate. Shout out to Icarus, Mr. Sean Dale, Mr. Banjo Frog. Luke is here. Looks like Luke's in and out of the sim there for a second. Sean's here. Icarus is here. Tonight's flight plan is brought to you by Mr. Sean Dale. This is his neck of the woods, so I figured if he wanted to go ahead and write the flight plan, I'd be more than happy to let him. Other things going on in the world today before we get started. It's a good day for music. Lindsay Sterling, I don't know if you watch her much, and if you don't, you should definitely check out this new one. She did a new one, stopped yesterday with Amy Lee of Evanescence. Holy crap, it's good. Not sure if you're into reggae at all. Sean Paul dropped a new album today, or a new song today. New video anyways. I don't know why I'm doing music today. It's like I'm back in the old days on the radio station. Oh, you crashed right to desktop. That sucks. We'll hang out a minute. We do have a fuel stop on the way tonight. We're gotta stop for fuel, and then we're gonna stop at EGOD Airport, where we're gonna end tonight. But if anybody wants to stick around after the landing, it happens to be right at the mock loop. So if anyone wants to stay around and play with some old Warbirds at mock loop or switch up to some faster aircraft, either way we'll be there. Either way we'll be there and we have some fun. I'm really delaying this, Luke, like really bad, because I don't want to take off. Oh hell, you're killing me. Alright, we gotta do things first here. We gotta get the door shut. You would think the thing would come with the door already locked. We gotta close the canopy. We gotta go down here, and one thing I've learned is rudder trim. It's gotta go at least 2 to starboard. Elevator trim. Good. At least 1.5, 2, almost 3, 2.5. Oh, you don't want to see me take off. That's it. I get it. We both are in the same boat. I did find out if you shut off your gun sight, there's this nice little GPS in behind it. Whoa, somebody must have spawned right on top of me. Freaked out. If I remember right, this doesn't have an e-brake, right? Am I on the... I'll start with the external fuel tank on. I want to make sure I don't drop it like I did yesterday. Okay, I think we have all our settings in. I'm gonna goose it just a little bit, see, make sure it doesn't have brakes. Does it have brakes? Yeah, it's got e-brake. It's got an e-brake. I gotta find it. Yeah. They really, those Brits really had it figured out ahead, didn't they? Now you just gotta remember where the hell the e-brake is. Tonight we have 80s Mario music, apparently. Where in the hell is my e-brake? I know it's here somewhere. Oh, I know I used it last night. I only tried to take off this thing like a dozen times. I know that little brake's around here somewhere. Alright, did that. We did that. Where in the hell's the e-brake? There it is. Haha. Alright. You can give her hell there, Icarus. You're right in front of me. I found that this thing takes both hands, both feet, controlling the throttle, the stick, the rudder, everything in the world. Once you get it airborne, she's a great aircraft. Till then, it's a nightmare. You don't give it too much throttle at one time. Never get it above 50% throttle. Oh yeah, and I found out it was a lot easier from behind the aircraft. No, keep tail down. Keep that tail down. Oh yeah, that's fun. This bird's embarrassing to get in the air. But I got it. I got it. Yeah, it also has a very period accurate autopilot. Gears up. I didn't use any flaps because the flaps on this thing are really pretty much just dive brakes. They don't do anything to add much extra lift. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to use the way ahead of its time iPad. And we're gonna go heading mode. That's all we have is heading mode. We're gonna lock our heading in here. Turn it on. Set it level. Heading pretty close, probably 187. It's a little better. Set our altitude for about 2,000 feet, and I'm going to shut this music off in a minute. Oops, got to turn altitude mode on. That would help. At least for the first leg, while we're getting to London. Then the fun begins. Hello, Mr. Sean. You said this is where you're from? This area. You see the frog's up. I think Chris is up. Sean's up. Chris, your boy's up. And iPad. I have to say this thing's a beast to get in the air. I practiced it quite a bit. This is telling me I want 182 on my heading. Switch over a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. And you're our freaking, and you're our tour guide. Hey everybody, you're live.
So I follow.
You finally made it.
You guys are live. Good thing you mentioned that. I forgot all about it.
Now you just left us all behind.
Hey, you want me to go around in a circle?
No.
I don't even have my throttles maxed out here. Yeah, I do. Think you need a new stick. Seems to be one of the wires is a bit loose. That's never fun. I have a few screws loose. That count?
Yeah, we know that.
We've known that for years, sir. They're going to take me away,
Oh God,
they've
there's
already taken me away.
there's an old song. Hee hee ha ha ho ho to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. Yeah.
All right, settle down.
Yeah, don't sing. I can't sing.
Please don't sing.
They told me not to sing.
Ah,
As you can see, we like our farming around here.
It's beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey, hi Echo. Good to see you're here. I'm playing on my laptop and it's in medium quality and lagging when there are clouds and high traffic.
Oh,
Ugh. Shut the
it's
clouds
so
off.
stuttery today.
That's what I do on these. I shut the clouds off when I'm doing those low and fast flights.
don't. I'm originally from the other side of the Severn Bridge.
Ah, cool. A
Good
lot of
side or the bad side?
a lot of those bridges
Good
are
side, mate.
Bad side.
bad side. A lot of those bridges are really hard to get under, I'll tell you.
Well, I'm a neighbour. I'm from Devon.
Yeah, my mum spent the wartime down there in Buckfastleigh.
I was
You know
I was
Buckfastleigh?
born in Exeter.
Okay. Do you know Buckfastleigh, or were you too young when you left?
I was way too young. 5-year-old when I left.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it was worse for me because I left when I was almost 18. So, you know, I started going to the pubs. I started, you know, doing adult things, and then my parents sort of dragged us away to Australia. And I was not happy.
Poor souls, all of you. Oh, dear me.
And, you know, and then I spent the rest of my life, like, moving to different countries and places, and to be honest, I hate moving.
Yeah, don't blame me on that one. Hey, Luke.
Yeah, I'm
fortunate that my father was in the RAF, so I moved every 3 years. It's great.
not big
Gets
on
to the
moving,
world.
but
Yeah,
I
my
can't-
dad was in the Royal Australian Air Force.
I can't wait to move now.
You can't wait.
Oh, I
Why?
can't wait to get the hell out of here.
But you're in a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I am in a beautiful part of the world where I have virtually no rights whatsoever. And the taxes are the highest in the United States. So yeah, I can't wait to get out. I'll
Well,
move.
you are the Princess of Canada,
Yeah,
so you
I'll-
can go to Canada.
No, I'm just going down to a much more friendly state.
New Hampshire.
Alaska.
New Hampshire's just as cold as it gets here. I'm going down to the
Yeah.
Carolina-Georgia border and the mountains down there, which look a lot like the ones here,
Oh,
but
my.
it only snows for 1 or 2 days a year.
There's too many banjos playing down there.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't mind.
Ding, 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 ding.
Squeal, squeal like the pig you are. Squeal, squeal. Okay, everybody that got that
Oh.
reference, you're old.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I tell you what, I do like the head eye tracker.
Do you? Nice,
yeah.
eh?
Oh, I gave it a test yesterday in both Flight Sim and the American Truck Sim as well. A little bit of tweaking to get it suited to me, as in how much movement and stuff like that. But boy, oh boy. And it just works off of infrared sensors and a camera that just, you know, you stick it to the bottom of your monitor. And that's it.
Awesome.
You don't wear anything on your head or anything like that.
That's
It
You have to
actually
do it.
tracks.
You have to do a video because I just don't see how it works if you're looking at the screen.
all right. Heck, we'll be here.
It's-
Cameras seeing your eye.
Yeah, we're in the West U.S.
pupils,
server.
isn't it?
Yeah, it tracks your pupils. So I think it's an infrared, and it's able to see through your glasses, or if you wear contact lenses, things like
Yeah.
But
that.
I mean,
If it can see through glass,
So-
it's not infrared. Infrared can't see through glass. Yeah, we're on
If-
USA
if
West
you-
server, somewhere in London. If
so
you
if you
look
turn
around.
your eye, the screen changes.
What if you have a
Yes,
lazy
so
eye?
if I keep my head dead straight and look
Yeah.
down, say to the left-hand corner,
Uh-huh.
the image on the screen goes to the left corner.
But if you're looking down
Yeah,
left,
Chris.
you're not looking at the screen.
No, you are looking at the screen, aren't you? If you move your eyes to the
Oh, I see,
bottom,
I see what you mean. Yep.
the camera moves with it.
I don't know if you
If
guys are.
move your-
I don't know if you
move
guys
your
are reading
pupils 3
Icarus.
degrees, the screen can show 10 degrees movement.
I don't know.
You can
Yeah,
set
you-
it to, so
Yeah,
you're not having to look
yeah.
at 90 degrees with your eyes to have 90-degree movement on
Correct.
the game's head.
Oh, guys,
Correct.
You only need to move your eyes 4
T-
degrees to have
t-
a
take-
90-degree movement on the
take a
screen.
take a
So
second
So
and
you're
read
still
Icarus's
able to
comments.
see the screen.
Yep.
It was the one thing that confused me when I got the head tracking. Surely if I'm looking 20 degrees left. I can't see what's on the screen, so what's the point in having it? But you actually set how many degrees you need to turn your head, move your eyes,
I get it.
and that then
So
transfers onto the
it's
screen.
It's within the boundaries of your screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can look right off to the edge of my screen, but then actually in Sim, I'm looking behind me at my 6.
You know, time to start following this. Flying. Time to start flying. Put the tablet away.
Hey, Gowan, I can't see any comments because I don't know how to work this thing.
Oh, it says, well, Icarus was saying, what if you have a lazy eye, Banjo? Always turn to the right?
Yeah. Sorry, Icarus, I wasn't looking at the. I was watching where I was going.
Then Luke said, just go cross-eyed, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it actually it does the Tobii eye tracker. If you've got one good eye and one bad eye, you can set it up so it'll track your good eye. So it'll work off of one eye.
I gotta remember where my
Or
fuel
it'll just
tank
work
is
off
on
your
here.
head with the turning of your head. Ah, my sim just crashed.
Oh, no.
Oh. We'll just get to the good bit.
Yeah, we're getting down to where we actually gotta fly.
Might be your eye tracker.
If you can come back in, you could take off from London City, EGLC.
Yep,
It's annoying.
because that's one of our waypoints.
Sean, what I normally do, I go to the map and I see where people are and then I start close by.
Yeah.
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 And it started and then crashed.
Looks like we got some SU...
And I-
What do we got up there? Some SU... What are they? SU-57s.
Yeah.
I got some felons around here.
I still think it's a multiplayer, you know?
Well,
Because
I've
I
not
had
had-
no problems yesterday on my own. No problems at all. So
If you have
it's just-
multiplayer on, even though you don't think you're flying with friends, there are still people
Oh,
flying
you,
with you.
you can
surely.
shut that off. You can literally shut off the
I
multiplayer.
tell you, I fly with another guy in Australia that I know. And when I join him on Steam, when he goes out and changes planes or we land, my computer and VR, it all freezes. So I leave that group too. It's a problem with Steam.
get an Xbox.
About right.
No.
SU-57s in England. Yeah, it's probably about as accurate as GPS in a Spitfire.
Gee.
Oh boy, we get to buzz some. Get to go downtown.
See, you were saying yesterday you can't fly under London Bridge. You used to be able to.
I can't fly. Well, no, getting that low on a couple of these is really difficult.
Seems the water level's being raised. Bridge levels dropped. I do have the London scenery pack from Orbix.
Oh, yeah,
That was
I
close.
wondered too. Getting into London.
I think it looks much better.
I don't have the scenery pack.
Basically, when you get down to the Thames, turn right, follow it, and you should be able to catch us up.
There's the bridge. We're going through this one though. Whoa! Somebody just went by. I don't know if I can't get under those. Maybe I could, but that's low. I'm sure Icarus has probably already gone under them all.
I tried a few and they just broke my plane.
That was a big Ferris wheel.
I only realized yesterday, I've been flying the Spitfire for a while, and I only realized it's got a tablet in there.
Yeah. It's done very well. The Flying Iron guys are two guys from Sydney.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're brothers.
I've got
Two
the-
brothers.
I got the Airplane Heaven one because I had vouchers for Just Flight, and Just Flight only had the Airplane Heaven one. So
The one thing I found out,
everybody else bought.
if you get them from anywhere but the store, they have the weapons on them. If you get them in the store, they don't. They're not rendered,
No.
No,
which kind of stinks. But oh, that one's got cables. So we're
Well,
not-
your move. Actually, it feels a bit weird flying with a yoke.
I had a plane with a stick.
Actually, there was a guy showing he had plans for a 3D printed stick, just like the original Spit.
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah, I think it's online as well. He's shown how you can do a 3D printed flight controls exactly the same as they are in the Spitfire. Going past London Eye, Big Ben.
I didn't even
Aston
notice.
Martin.
I saw the big Ferris wheel.
So, Sean, how about all the kerfuffle with the Conservative Party? Are you into all the politics?
No, we're not doing politics.
Really?
No. I'm
I
just saying,
I say a lot of crap, but not politics. That always goes bad.
well, I actually I was part of the Labour Party in Australia for 10 years. They asked me to run a few times, but no, I don't follow the party line if I was an elected official.
Whoa! I did not want to hit that button.
Stick to the rules. Keep your head down.
Well, who's that? Is that Sean? And
Yes.
and the cigar tube. That's what I see. Yeah. No, Icarus. What is he flying?
He's flying the
Spitfire.
P-38 Lightning, isn't he?
Oh no, Icarus. Yeah, sorry.
Because I just see a.
Yeah, if you don't have it, you'll see a generic
cigar tube,
aircraft.
Cigar tube.
Wish they'd be a little more exact on the generic aircraft. Like if it's a military jet.
Fighter, do a fighter. If it's a jumbo jet, do a jumbo jet.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a tail dragger, trike, do a trike.
I don't understand why in American Truck Sim you can have different liveries and say you don't have that downloaded content to have those paint jobs.
But you can still
You
see
still
them.
get to see it, but in Flight Sim, if you have a livery that nobody else has got, then you don't get to see it, sort of thing. You just get another generic aircraft.
Well, I think like the
Even though
Concorde
it's
and
the same plane, it's just got a different livery, sort of thing.
I think like the Concorde. One of the other things, if companies that make the Concorde want to do something interesting, put out a free version that you can't actually fly. That's nothing more than a shell that. So if you don't have it, but your friend's flying it all the time, you can download the shell so that you can see it. You can't fly it unless you pay for it,
Yeah.
but you can see it.
All right, I'm back in the air.
We're going over Hampton Court Palace.
I feel happy for you.
It's a gorgeous garden.
Huge gardens. Holy
Yes,
crap.
I haven't been to London since.
Just
Oh
now.
my God! It must be 40 years.
No, you've just been to London just now.
Here's a question. Just how many different palaces and stuff does the royalty own in England?
Not many.
You. They've got the one in Norwich,
I'm just curious. I'm not. I
which
just.
is their sort of summer home. They've got the castle up in Scotland, where they go for Christmas, or used to go for Christmas.
Wait, racetrack?
And then a couple of the palaces in London.
Racetrack. Sorry. I'm like a dog with a squirrel.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad. I am like.
Ooh. Hot rod is flying a different spit, obviously.
I can't find my fuel gauge because I know somewhere
sometimes
around here I run out of
um,
fuel the other day.
crashes to desktop can happen when there's not enough communication between your computer and the server service.
Right there. Oh, that's the oxygen.
And I think that's what we've been saying for ages, that they need to update the servers, put more servers in. Hot rod. Who's hot rod? He's really flying like a hot rod.
That's Luke.
Luke's hot rod.
Oh, Luke.
Luke, my son.
He is a hot rod.
Why can't I find the fuel gauge on this thing?
Don't worry about it.
All that noise at the front of you stops. That's
It makes
about
all
time.
it makes all kinds of noise.
Yeah,
when
that's it.
it's spitting and sputtering.
But it is a great noise.
Spitfire, like, is probably
I don't
one of
know,
the
but that's a
nicest
funny looking
sounding
Spitfire there,
planes.
hot rod. That looked an awful lot like a fighter jet.
It's one of the nicest sounding planes, I think, in the sim. The Spit.
Especially when you're running out of fuel. It sounds awesome. Pop, 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 pop. It spits fire. It lives up to its
I'm
name.
quite lucky that there are a number of Spitfires at Duxford, so you do hear them sort of flying quite regularly.
And what'd they say in the... I was reading the loading screen. It said like there's
when I was a kid,
60
with
that
all
are flight
the
ready.
Fire and everything. That comes out when they start them up out of the exhaust.
Yeah.
There's
I'll
a
get to see
air show
152
every,
doing
it
Mach
used to
1.
be every year in Wales. And I can't remember the name of the place. We went there one time. It was the first time I saw a Hawker. Jump jets. And we got grass all over our ice creams.
Bunny grass. Vegetable intake.
I
When you were a
saw
kid.
2 British RAF pilots when I was a kid at the local Plattsburgh Air Base. They did a demonstration with 2 of the Harriers, and they did a ballet that was absolutely incredible. They did an aerial ballet. I'll never forget that. They went up nose to nose, bowed at each other, and went off and did like a dance. It was incredible.
Let's go to Plattsburgh for the day. Have ice cream, sit in the park, have a look around. Used to be a good drive from Montreal.
Yeah, not very far.
No. I always used to have problems at the border.
Oh.
Because I was Australian, on Australian passport, even though I was living there.
Did you ever see the David Letterman where Sebastian Vettel was crossing the border here on his way from Montreal to New York City after the Formula One race? And the Border Patrol guy had no clue who he was. He was like, "Oh, what were you doing in Canada?" He says, "Oh yeah, the Formula One race." He goes, "Oh, did you have good seats?" He said, "No, I couldn't see with a darn from. There was a guy right in front of me the whole time, and it was the first year Hamilton won his first race." The poor Border Patrol guy had no clue he was talking to a 7-time or 5-time champion or whatever.
So well, the first time we drove down, my ex-wife, she gave her like ID, and he goes, "Okay, go." And I said, "Excuse me, do you want to see mine?"
Nah.
And he says, okay. And then I give him my Australian passport, and he goes, "Huh, you don't have a visa. You don't have a what do they call it? A visa, something or other to go through. You would have to come over here." So I had to park over there, and this woman goes, "This is going to cost you a lot of money." And I said, "Well, what do you mean? A visa exemption?" She said, "It is going to cost you $6. I went, "Oh my God, how am I going to pay $6?
Oh man, you shouldn't have said anything. You should have just went across.
Well, that's right. But I'm an honest guy, right? And And you know what? Then they wanted to know where we were staying in the United States. I said, we're not staying. We come here for the day.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to give me an address. So I remember this park, the street where this park was. So I just gave her that street.
Unreal, huh? Yo, the U.S. has got some strange rules. Did you know that and this is not a joke, you can actually look up the proof and everything, but the astronauts coming back from the moon had to file customs reports for the stuff they brought back.
The big problem that I find with the US is that the officials think that everybody wants to live there, and they treat everyone the same. That they all want to live. In America.
No. If you want to come here to live legally, they're going to give you a hard time like crazy. But if you just walk in, they'll give you free college. They'll give you money. Oh, they give you all kinds of shit. I wish I was kidding. New York State, my daughter had to pay for college, but an illegal. If you're here illegally, they will give you the free college.
And that's one thing I don't understand with America. This is the undocumented migrants. I just don't get that. I mean, if they're illegal, they shouldn't be there.
Because they realize that. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk politics. Never mind. I'm not getting into it. But
No, change it.
There's a reason they do it. It makes sense when you know the reason, but.
Well, that's my.
But it makes no sense. You're here illegally. You're committing a crime. Why aren't you arrested and taken back out? And what's really funny is my friends that I have that are immigrants that came here legally can't stand the fact that the illegals get all these extra shit. Because they did everything right to get here legally, move here, emigrate to the country, all the steps, jump through all the hoops. They got nothing other than chance to live here. Because I'll give you one about government.
Did that? Just 15 go past.
I'll give you one about government bureaucracy at its best. You'll get a kick out of this, and it's not political in any way because it's no party, no side. My grandmother, French Canadian, from the Three Rivers, Quebec area. She married my grandfather. Shortly after she married my grandfather, he filled out all the paperwork, and they actually made her a citizen. But all the way up until she was in her late 70s, she still applied for a green card every year, and they still took her money every year, even though she had been a citizen. It wasn't until they're...
And I'll tell you another problem I think we're in the States is I don't think the people in the, like customs, immigration, whatever, I don't think they're really smart people sometimes.
Not that, I don't think. I think that just sometimes they're too frightened to make a decision because of the repercussions that can happen.
You're between a rock and a hard place. You got to enforce a law, but if you enforce it on the wrong person, you go to jail. It's like they're really in a shit situation right now.
Make a phone call, so I don't know whether you guys can hear me.
Yep,
I apologize. Well, I apologize.
We got Blitz Jesus up here ahead of us in the sky at 20,000 feet. I wonder if he can walk on water, or if he's too drunk.
Geez, Luke, you must be flying around with all your flaps down.
You can go that slow.
Yeah, you guys are going really slow. What's going on?
I mean, I am right at 3,000 RPM. Any more and I'll blow my engine.
No, that's what I'm scared of too. I always used to blow up the engine on the split.
And 3,000 is pushing it. I mean, I can go a lot faster, but...
You can mitigate that by pushing that D button, the red button, bottom on the left,
I can also,
upper left-hand side.
I can also bring my prop pitch back and crank it up.
The D button.
I can kick my speed way up.
Yeah, D button.
Yep, got it.
Push that, then you won't do any engine damage.
No, I actually leave it on. There, I
Just
trimmed my.
going down to Portsmouth and the Spinnaker.
I just trimmed my.
Looks really good at night when it's lit up.
I just trimmed out my prop. That was my mistake. I didn't have it anywhere near where it should be. Now I can push the throttles up. Get the speeds way up.
There we go.
That
Now we're
was my
getting
fault.
better.
That was my fault. Now we're up to 250, 260.
Well done. That's it.
Mission lost.
That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I'd never trimmed out my prop.
It's a Merlin engine. It can handle it.
See, that's
It's
another
built to
thing
be
too.
abused.
I find strange, like Darwin's propeller's not spinning.
Yeah,
Yours wasn't
and
either.
they'll have the gear down on a plane that's in the air.
Yeah, yep. I find that good.
It's fully connected.
Ooh, hot rod, he's really fine.
It's rough right here. Why am I bouncing all over the place? So the SU-57 Felon next week. Morning, Mr. Brett Pound. Welcome.
Yeah, Poundy.
So next week's going to be the SU-57 Felon at, well, we'll probably end up on the mock loop with it, but I don't know where we're actually going to fly yet. Oh, we're going to Spinnaker Tower. That's where we're going. That's the waypoint.
Yeah, the Spinnaker Tower looks really good at night. I didn't know if you guys want to see it, because it looks very good in flight sim. And it's
there it
not
is.
many people sort of hear about it outside the UK. And you get near the ports as well.
Oh, it is pretty at night. Yeah, I gotta put it back before I crash.
Something that belongs in Dubai, actually.
Yeah, it looks like the one. That's what I thought when I first looked at it there. Dubai.
The mock-up one.
Oh. Flying frog.
It's pretty-
You're really flying.
It's pretty by the port to have something that looks like a giant sailboat, but it's a building.
Okay.
What was that, Xenon?
I said, you really went flying there. Almost like you look like you're in a jet.
Nah, just a Spitfire.
Spitfire is quick. Oh look, solar farms.
The Yak 9 is quicker.
Yep. You're doing 280 now.
Yak 9 is
We're
actually
cranking
very
now.
good.
Got her trimmed out now. First lesson, dogfighting.
We'll lose sight of the other one.
Uh-oh, Icarus is pulling in behind somebody. Somebody's below me.
Busy boy. Flying frog.
Don't tell him.
Oh, the highway's rendered nicely right here.
1 gallon Grim gone.
Yeah. I'm
Actually, it is, that road looks beautiful compared to some of them.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
3.
one thing that impressed me with this thing is when it comes to roads, whichever country you're in, they're driving on the correct side of the road.
Never
You
even
know, I
noticed.
mean, it's a small detail, but I mean,
They
if
also-
you have a look at the road,
Yeah, but
they're riding on the right.
to be fair, they also drive under the bridges. You know,
Yes.
traffic's got a long ways to go in this.
Yeah, sometimes they fly. I thought one day I was near an airport. I seen these things over the, and it was cars going over the bridge, but they were so far up it looked like aircraft.
Okay, the clipped wing doesn't like to loop all that much. Or
No, it doesn't like to come over the top.
No, it loses lift and goes into a nasty spin.
Take the wing. There's a Concorde up there.
This traffic makes
You know,
it irrelevant.
last night I was watching Oswald Simmer, and they were talking about the plane that they were flying, and I just think it's just too expensive.
What plane's
seriously.
that?
The
He was
Warrior 2 they were flying.
Yeah,
he was flying.
that's it. But, yeah, I mean, like for me, I mean, it's like 1,400 Taiwan dollars, 74 Australian dollars. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot for a
Really
prop
is.
job.
I mean,
Holy crap.
I know they're nice looking planes and they can do their whatever, but you know,
You know what?
Who does the Warrior?
just
Just
like
flight, and for us it's £21, which should be about 40 Australian dollars.
I'll tell you what.
Well,
Demos'
when I-
planes
when
are
I
all
went
on
that, I
reasonably
looked, it said
priced.
$74, Sean. It said $74.
Well, it's not
Oof.
available on the marketplace, so I can't on the Xbox side. I'll have a look and let you know at the end of the stream what.
Unless it was a bundle.
Actually,
You
is
had
it on the
to-
marketplace?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, yeah, that's probably correct. I don't know really. But I know, and I you can't be a member of Just Flight until you buy something.
Yeah.
So when Osflight Simmer does the giveaways, I don't bother when it's Just Flight because I'm not going to buy something just to be a member of their company, and I think that's a bit weird.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's a bit
haven't
off.
used Gowan's gift card yet. I've still got that one going.
Oh,
Well,
well.
I'm just waiting for something that I can.
Yeah,
that I'm
exactly.
interested in.
Hey, keep it forever. We're gonna have possibly a couple aircraft giveaways coming up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think come Sim Update 10.
No, I
think
mean-
there's going to be a plethora.
No, I mean giveaways. I'm going to have some giveaways coming up on the channel.
Yeah, I know you are. PC 21s.
Brett Plays, does he do like points or giveaways or anything?
He's working on that.
When I do the
Awesome.
giveaways,
Yeah.
I've already made up my mind on that. When I'm doing giveaways, every person that's watching gets one shot. I'm not going to do you get 10, you get 20, you get 30, whatever you want to spend.
Yeah,
Everybody gets
Yeah,
one chance
that's-
at it. That's it. It's simple.
that's, yeah.
Everybody's got the
that's
same
a
chance.
Good way to go.
That's
I
how
don't know
I.
if you guys have it in the superstores, but you can have like a card for the superstore. They put points on it every time you go shopping, so you
Yeah.
could do it at the end of the year. You've got all your points saved up, so that's buys the Christmas dinner type thing.
Yeah.
And then other ones do it slightly different. Sometimes it's a godsend to have it.
Is this the
sort of
RAF
there
base
saved
we were
up
gonna
and you haven't
land
really
at?
noticed about it.
No.
Yeah, this one's
The next one's the RAF base we're going to land at. Okay.
Who's Dragon
What's
Hunt?
this one?
I don't know, but the other day I ran out of fuel by London's, and now I've got like 70%, so must be I didn't fill up the tanks. And this one I filled them completely before I left.
Yeah.
We from the destination.
Yeah, I think this one's Boscombe down, and just after it you got Stonehenge.
Yeah, Stonehenge is around here somewhere.
Been there.
I think he put this. I think he
Boscombe
put.
down is where they.
I think he put Stonehenge as a waypoint. Maybe not.
Yeah,
Stonehenge, that's near Salisbury, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's right below me. I'm sitting there talking. Let's go down and take a look. Do a strafing around at it and really piss people off. Oh, they rendered it all in.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, boss come down with the airport that we've just flown over. How's all the training for some of the new pilots? And lots of other
Yesterday,
bits
you
and
know,
pieces that I sent you.
Imagine what the sim's going to look like in 20 years' time.
Don't know, I'll be dead.
Yeah, me too. But
I'm still hoping I can get another 10, 15. I don't want to write it off at 20 yet. I'm hoping maybe I'll get 20.
Yeah, I'll make 20.
Say, don't wish your life away.
Hey, to be honest, I'm surprised I made it this far. So anything from here on out's gravy.
Come on now. You're all starting to sound like a bunch of old farts. Oh, that's right. It's because we are.
I never had any health problems till I come to Taiwan, to be honest. Never went to a doctor, never anything, and then all of a sudden the shit hit the fan.
I have an entire crap load of health problems. Of course, somebody pissed in my gene pool. Hopefully the cars are driving over the bridges in 20 years.
On the juice.
You're only as old as the woman you feel. Oh shit, I'm old.
And I must be ancient because I buried mine like 20, almost 15, 16 years ago. So.
Oh wow.
There's the airport. Now let's see if we can do this without totally mucking it up.
Oh, landing these is easy.
It's getting them back in the air that's the hard part.
Nah, that's what the slew button's for.
I don't need the fuel, so just do touch and goes or do a full landing. We'll do a full landing.
I'm going to do fuel. I'm going to top up.
What's it? Oh, is it straight ahead there?
DIV.
Yeah, gee, look at that.
EGIV.
Apparently,
How many of you guys fly with your points of interest on?
I normally don't, but I put them on for something and I've forgotten to take them back off like a dozen times.
Yeah, I don't fly with any points of interest at all.
I've always had them shut completely off, and I turned them on for something I was doing, and idiot me keeps forgetting to turn them back off. So.
We landing
I mean,
here?
it sort of spoils it. They've done such a great job on the scenery that having all these little white dots everywhere,
There we go.
it just seems to.
Yeah. Oh, we're landing on this
take
closed.
away from it totally.
That's right. This is an old closed
I mean,
RAF from
I
the
agree.
airport. That's right. It's
I
closed.
agree, Sean. It doesn't look normal.
Yes, I did read on little nav map that this was closed, but I'm going to stop anyways.
Yes.
Only a little bounce.
Yeah, I think I sent you some information about it. I can't remember. Sorry.
Only
Used to be
bounced a
wrong
little
way,
bit.
but now they're doing other things. They've got a glider club here, a model club.
Only bounced once. That was happy. I'm happy with that. I'm going to stop and top my tanks up though. Whoa. Even though there's no fuel stop because it's closed, but
Doesn't matter.
that's why I got Control Alt F. Oh look, it went to full. You know,
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll take that.
little bounce.
Oh, I'll take that.
Running way too fast.
Me too.
You don't realize how big this prop is until you start comparing it from the other, modern planes. This prop is huge. Yeah, Spitfires. Spitfires in England. Here comes Mr. Sean. And a jet. You better gun it, Sean. Somebody's in a jet right behind you.
Shit. shit. I just put the throttle on and put the engine into the ground.
Whoops.
Okay.
Hello, let me butcher this name time. It's Ariella Hayes. I just took off from OKC.
Ah, Mr. Pound. Brett Pound has joined us in the air.
All right. Yep, there he is. The Spitz.
I mean, fuel's expensive, isn't it?
I shouldn't have landed all the way because then I got to try to get this bird in the air again.
Actually, Sean, my fuel free.
Oh, you're bouncing. Got a ground loop going. Yep. Moink, moink. Oh, it took off towards OKC? Now, when you're talking OKC, are you talking Oklahoma City? Or is there an OKC over here in England?
You guys already gone.
Oh no, I mean, I'm just taxiing down the end of the runway.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't taken off yet.
I'm taking off with the tailwind.
I have
Oh, I hate
the
this
I have clear sky on, so it's like no wind. I have enough trouble with this.
I'm on the tip. I'm on it. Oh,
Close runway, unrestricted takeoff. One thing I can't do is I cannot take
Nobody
this thing
saw
off inside the inside the aircraft.
Inside the runway.
Let me just double check. I didn't catch my trims, did I? Oh yeah, I did.
okay.
Put that back down.
I should do it inside the plane.
Yeah, right hanging around. I just thought I'd jump on the Spitz to see you all. Awesome. Thanks for stopping in, dude. Anytime. It's time to get a good joke and laugh at me. Trying to take this off. The jet wash will blow me over. No more than 50% throttle. Right aileron,
Yeah, just pull
right
back.
rudder.
Just pull back on your stick.
Yeah, and it takes a little right aileron too. Until the tail starts to come up all on its own. Just let the plane ride it out. Hey, that was the smoothest takeoff I've done yet in this thing. Oh, that jet made some noise.
You do it.
That up, get the prop, trim back at. Whoa, there was some torque when I gunned it.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not swearing. No.
That was the smoothest takeoff I've done yet in this beast. I was happy with that.
Okay, I'm trying to message you. Try to find you.
Let's see. We got a few flying tonight. Oh, looking in the thing, looking.
I prefer it when I crash rather than when the sim crashes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Look out for the food fighters and the gremlins. Exactly. And welcome, Cisco Paunch 67. Hey, I love butcher names, so if I get them right, give me a thumbs up. If I don't, well, I'll understand.
I'm talking to you. I pronounce my name Zenon, like UN. That's how I pronounce it, but I accept Zenon.
So it's Zenon?
Mate,
Zenon?
you're an Aussie. It's Xenon.
In Canada, it used to be Zenor, because they don't pronounce the last N.
Hey, welcome, William Kelly. Glad you could stop by. Yeah, that's a lot of points there. I know, I gotta
Mr.
shut them
Kelly?
off. No, good, I got it right. That makes me happy. It's also a lot of Spitfires in the air all at once. But yeah, I gotta shut those points into off. Somebody remind me when we stop to go to mock poop, I gotta shut those things off.
Was it Siskaponcha? Siskaponch 67. G'day.
Do it now. As soon as I pause, everybody flies by me.
Well,
Teaching English in Taiwan is quite difficult because they have more of an American system here. And
Boba Fett lives
people
near
used to try
Australia.
People used to try to correct me all the time. I'd say Z, they say Z, and I
Z.
say, hey, I'm teaching you English, not American.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm an American. I don't need to be taught English. We fought to leave that
That's
behind.
like how you guys call it data. You call it data.
It's data.
Yeah.
It's data.
Actually, they used to say American English, and I always used to say, no, it's not American English, it's American.
Hey,
Yeah.
believe me,
Data.
French and Parisian French and Canadian French are two different Frenches as well.
Yeah, exactly. I had to learn 2 Frenches when I was there because
My-
if I spoke French, or
My dad,
Canadian French.
my dad took Parisian. My dad grew up speaking Canadian French, and my sister took Parisian French
Yeah.
in school. And
Yeah.
my dad would help her with her homework, and she'd get it wrong because the teacher.
So, Gal, do you know Collis Tabernac?
Do I know what now? I missed the first part of that.
Okay, Collis Tabernac. That's their swearing.
Oh
Collis Tabernac.
no.
That's how they swear in Quebec. It's
Coming
to
up
do
to the
with the
Clifton
church.
Suspension Bridge in Bristol. You can fly under that one.
We can't.
Yeah, that's
It
the
looks spectacular as well.
It's a
Bummer.
suicide bridge, right, John?
We
Quick
have a lot of
stop
people
between the
jumping off our
tractor and
bridges.
work. Hey, Mr. Brett. I hope you're having a good time running your excavator out there. Where's this bridge? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a shame, Brett. You're working and so are we. Oh,
No, we're getting under this one. Come on, we can get under there. Lots of room.
One of my friends, their mum and dad had a guy land in front of their car at one time.
deep as there's a lot of houses around here, Sean.
Oh, the excavator work's
Bristol.
finished? Awesome.
It's got quite a lot of tech jobs here.
Does that mean it's time for a new computer now the excavator work's done?
Gonna get a graphics card.
Oh, he's got another job
Looking-
starting tomorrow and another job. Oh boy. Busy, busy.
Yeah, he's got more. Yeah. He's playing and so are we.
Yeah, I go to
I'd
work.
rather do our playing.
I gotta go to work tomorrow, but you know what? It's a job I love to do. So, power lines, power lines. That was bad.
Well, a lot when I was younger. They
That-
used to have a
that
place
was-
called Mecca.
That was really bad.
They used to hire
Yeah,
a
Brett
bus to
works
go ice
instead of Brett
skating,
plays.
drink.
You're not watching this. I did not just slew back in the air. Nope, nope, nope.
I saw that.
I was skimming down over the tops of those bridges and somebody put power lines across the thing and I saw the balls for the power line just at the last second. It was too late. I do so love the power line mod. It keeps you on your toes. We gotta come up with a new certification for that. Instead of controlled flight into terrain, it's gotta be controlled flight into power lines.
Where are we now, Sean?
Yeah.
But across the Severn River. The 7 bridges are on the right hand side.
Hey, hometown.
Yeah, I had to slew.
You have to pay to get into Wales. You don't have to pay to leave Wales.
Bullshit.
I'm
Bullshit. You pay to get
dirty
in
slew
there.
tonight. Somebody put power lines over the water. What a surprise that is.
I ain't paying nothing.
The toll bridge used to be on the English side, Sean.
All right. What
It's
is?
still
I'm sorry, my brain just went totally out. What's Mager with Undy? I'm sure that's not what's going through my head.
Brett too. Well done, Poundy.
Do you ever go over to Wales, Sean?
Not
Which
as often
Sean?
as I'd like.
Use the tubes.
Xenon, there's two Seans here.
Oh, Sean Dale.
Yeah, I don't get there as much sub one.
I always find it weird, like when I was a kid living in Wales, because I was from South Wales, if you go up to the north, they treat you like a foreign because you don't speak
Yep.
Welsh.
No. Now you can always tell who's from the south, who's from the north, because the majority of the north all speak Welsh. It's definitely petered out of the south. A lot of the south speak English.
Blang, that's
My
where I.
parents didn't teach me Welsh because they didn't want me to know what they were talking about. So they'd always have the family discussion in English.
Where's my gun sight? Where's my gun sight? I know I can take down that F-18. Alright, very good. I wish they wouldn't hold those messages. Some of the messages they hold make no sense why they hold them.
If you're following the flight plan, the little hills that you're going to be coming up to now is called Brecon Beacons.
That's where they do army training.
Yep. The SAS train there.
Yeah.
And in the winter it's quite fierce, the sort of temperature changes you can get up here.
Oh yeah, I'll have to look at that external view with a smaller, just the same information, just smaller. Yeah, I'll probably have to look at that.
It's quite desolate in the winter, the Brecon Beacons.
A lot of
Jeez,
people
I
like
haven't-
walking up it.
Yeah, I haven't heard that name for a million years, Brecon Beacons. All part of my youth.
Les Paul's
But
how
there's
high.
some
the
valleys
moon.
you can get into. So it could have some fun.
What do you mean could?
Will.
Yes, that's it.
You know what? I gotta pause. I have to pause.
Why?
Because I can't stand all those little blobs.
Oh,
They drive me nuts tonight. Where are they? Data? No.
There's a guy, he lives in
Miscellaneous?
London now. Hudson. I don't know if you know Hudson on
Points of
the
interest.
screen.
Yeah, but where is it in the darn?
user. No, you're in the wrong section.
Oh, fine.
Is it
Options.
assistance?
Go back.
Assistance.
Yeah, assistance.
Ah, there it is.
Assistance options. Up top,
User.
top right hand corner. No, it's
Not top right hand
points
corner
of
here.
interest. There.
POI right there.
Next one up. POI.
Off.
In-
Off. There.
Yep, airport markers.
I don't want any of that. I want it all off. Thank you. Fly and save. Resume. There. Now the sky looks like the sky. Thank you. That was driving me nuts. I can't even remember why I turned it on.
When I first started flying the sim, it was the heads-up display that used to bug me, and it took me ages to learn how to get rid of that.
Power lines and cell towers.
I'm calling Sean Dale because I think he knows the flight plan. Where is this, Sean?
I would hope he knows it.
Service broken beacons.
Because there seems to be a lot of houses in that there now.
Yeah.
A lot of the English moved in. You know, on
Yeah.
Sean Dale, when I was a kid living in Wales, that used to be an issue about all
Yep.
the English coming into Wales, buying up all the
Holiday homes.
property.
Buying all
Nice
the
little
holiday
Time to
homes.
listen to some Akadaka.
AC/DC.
Yeah, Akadaka.
ACDC.
You haven't lived till
Power lines. No, that was a cell tower. Woo, that was close.
Moving to the country, gonna get me a lot of peaches.
It used to be if you went to an Akadaka concert, you didn't have to take your marijuana. You could get high on everybody else's.
You know, Brian Johnson's a big car guy.
Yeah,
He hangs out at racetracks all the time.
his
I
stuff
haven't-
is a
I-
bit
Sure,
well.
as well.
I haven't met him yet, but I do know he loves to hang out at racetracks.
The one that surprised me as a petrol head is Mr. Bean.
An SX.
Mr. Bean's a real petrol head.
I've heard he's got some great cars.
Yeah, he had a Honda NSX, the original, and slammed it into a tree the other year, a couple of years back.
Oof.
If you took a look at the
It's
picture
nice.
of the car, it's like, how did somebody get out of that?
Nice valleys around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this waypoint we're heading towards, Sean? Dale?
This is Penny Fan. It's where everybody tries to get up. It's one of the tallest peaks
This is
in
it.
the in the beacons. So
There's an upside down
that's what
jet
everybody
over top
tries
of me.
to get up to.
Like-
And there's a statue at
Like,
the top.
seriously, my driveway's higher than this.
Actually, I don't mind you guys calling me Mr. Frog or Flying Frog. That way, the Sean's aren't going to get confusing.
We could take him out. We had guns. We could get him.
I see a lot of people are going to be in trouble during global warming here in Wales. They built all in the valleys themselves and not on top of the hills.
No.
We're having problems like that here in Australia at the moment. Over in the New South Wales,
Getting some pretty
they
good
built a
flooding in
lot of
Australia.
houses on floodplains, and of course it's flooded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only
And
I'm only
what they're
20
talking about,
I'm only 20 feet from the river's edge.
yeah, but they're talking about that Australia now has global climate change refugees.
There was somebody from one of the Pacific Islanders tried to claim refugee status, climate change refugee status, and Australia rejected it.
Australia reject
Look,
anything.
the climate's been changing for billions of years. Where I sit used to be a mile of ice because it was cold. Before that, it was an ocean
Yeah, it was
because it
probably-
was much hotter.
And probably mammoths running around there.
You know, the climate's been changing for
Yeah, I
billions
was
of
only a
years.
couple of years old when the mammoths were running around.
We're too arrogant to think we're doing this, but we're too stupid to actually fix it. In other words, we spend all the money researching it, but none of the money actually fixing it.
That's it.
You know, if we'd have
An awful
spent
lot of
the,
people that think it's not going to affect me.
if we'd have spent, no, if we'd have
That's why I
spent,
worry about it.
it's not even that. It's the more they can scare you, with the more research dollars you'll spend. It's that simple. The more we can scare, the more research money they'll get. Instead of stopping their research, they screw spending $20 billion on researching global warming. How about we spend $20 billion on just cleaning up the messes we've left so far? Just clean this shit up. Spend the money cleaning it up, not feeding researchers.
When I was teaching, we did an environmental lesson one time, And one statistic that I used to give was every piece of plastic that was ever made is still on the planet.
But that's false
Yep.
now. We know that because there are bacteria that
No,
eat
it's-
plastic.
Wow.
We have discovered that there are bacteria that eat plastic and digest it and break it down. So that's no longer true.
They've actually, I sort of think they actually have developed.
That's true. Lemon.
Bacteria.
That's very true. Great, I love it. Lex Luthor in the 1978 Superman movie bought property in Arizona to make it beachfront after blowing up California. So, yeah. It's all perspective, but it's like the big trash thing in the ocean. They found a lot less trash plastics there than they thought because then they found bacteria that actually digest it.
It's bothering me. I won't be alone.
All right, what's this waypoint? Top of a river or something?
This is cool flying. I like this. I'm just mowing the trees for you, Sean.
Where am I turning right here? What is this? Park?
I think it was just the valley. You sort of follow this down to Cardiff now. If you wanted to.
No. I'm following the flight plan because it goes way
No,
back
I've
the
gone
other
the wrong
direction.
way.
Oh boy, we
I've
played
gone the wrong way.
dodge the windmills. Whoa!
What I don't get is Icarus is in the P-38. I have the P-38, and yet all I'm seeing is a generic aircraft. Why,
Agree.
Sobo? Why?
And I saw the P-38 when he was parked next to me.
Yeah, I suppose he could be. He might have downloaded a livery that I don't have.
I
Oh.
just see a.
It's kind of funky when it
Okay.
decides to let you see what it wants to see.
I just see Icarus in an airliner, yellow, white airliner.
Well, it's just a generic aircraft for me.
So if they can't
Did you know the original?
make the correct plane,
The
it
original.
would be great if we could have an airliner for an airliner, fighter.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Helicopter for
Yeah.
a helicopter.
Yep.
Did you know that the original Superman back in the radio days, the comic book days, would beat people up to get information? He would beat people up to get information. He would leave them for dead. He would let them die. He was quite a SOB back then.
Nasty pasty.
Nice Valley.
Some pasties recently. I haven't had them for years. I decided to make some.
Pasty?
Yeah, that's one thing living in Taiwan I miss is a lot of ingredients, Western ingredients.
And dog's
Western
eye.
food.
Yeah, kind of like the Batman today.
You just can't get it here because Taiwanese are weird. They go traveling all over the world and they don't like Europe because of the cold food.
Adam West. Adam West was the greatest Batman. Just because he was so silly.
Yeah, he was so campy.
He was perfect for the part, and he carried it all the way up to his dying day on Family Guy.
He did.
All the way up until he died, he kept the camp going on Family Guy. I loved it. The guy was great. No, there's a football field down there. Yes, I call the soccer field a football field. See that? I'm learning. I'm learning.
Well, it is football.
You know,
Use their
it's not.
feet.
you do actually only use your feet, so that makes the most sense.
You know what, Garwin? For years and years it used to be football, and then the Americans used the terminology soccer, and then they took over. And then a few years back, the FIFA decided to say no, it's football, and they changed it back, but Americans still call it soccer.
But it only seems to make sense that you're playing it with your feet, that it's football. You know, you're not supposed to touch it with your hands.
Yes, he has. Yes.
It's this North Wales now, Shondale.
South Wales still. So
South
we've
Wales.
gone through the Brecon Beacons, now we're coming back down towards Cardiff.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Back to the River Severn. Is that the Severn?
Yeah, it will be the River Severn in front. It's not Cardiff Airport we're going to a military base called St Athan. It used to be the major
That's
maintenance hub for the RAF.
That's where I saw they used to have St. Athens used to have the air display every year. That's where I saw
Yes.
the Spitfire, the jump jets. That's it. I couldn't remember. God, it's nice to have you as a friend.
Now you two can hug.
It's just that as soon as he said St. Athens, I thought, that's it. Used to go there.
Search for a name, search for a name, search for a name.
Oh my God, the
Sometimes
Batu.
it just pops into your head when you're not even thinking,
Yeah.
and then other times somebody says something that's completely off topic, but then it kicks it into your head.
Well, here's something. Do you know what I hate? You go to the fridge or you go somewhere, you go, now what did I come here for? And you're standing there going, now what was I meant to get?
Yeah, but as soon as your ass hits the chair, when you get back in the other room, you'll remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get all the way back in the other room and sit your ass down, you'll remember what you went there for. You're like, oh, darn it, that's right.
Damn it.
Do they still have the air show in St. Athens?
Sorry.
Shonda?
Sorry.
Do they still have the air show in St. Athens?
I don't believe so, no, because it's closed down now.
Costs a lot of money
I
for
think
air
it's-
shows these days.
I think it's owned by civilian sort of contractors now. Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer out of Iron Maiden, has his company based here as well.
Did anybody happen to read the final report on the hydrogen-powered aircraft that crashed in Britain last year? What caused the crash?
Which one
I
was that?
remember now.
It's an experimental hydrogen-powered, using a hydrogen fuel cell to generate electricity to turn the prop.
Uh-huh.
Well, when they switched from the batteries to the hydrogen fuel cell, they didn't consider feathering the prop, so it kept spinning. And the electric motor became a generator as soon as they shut the power off to it. And it sent a feedback back through the system and shorted the whole thing out.
Whoops.
CNN, the DeLorean is bringing out a new electric car.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, we got a nuke plant ahead of us. It's a big old cooling tower.
Bill and Ben. They used to call the cooling tower, but I think they may have been destroyed now. It might be a new one. They demolished Bill and Ben. When we used to drive to Port Call, we used to look for Bill and Ben, the water cooling
Yeah.
towers.
They're neat. They got
So,
wicked,
what's a what?
wicked
What's
echo.
a nuke flying air cruise ship?
Oh,
What's a
it just-
flying air cruise ship?
It just came out that somebody's come up with an idea to put a nuclear reactor on board a very large plane, and it would act like a cruise ship that could stay up for weeks at a time.
What the?
And you
Oh.
could come back and forth to it with other smaller aircraft. It could just stay flying pretty much all the time.
Yeah, like how?
Yeah, nuclear power and electric motors. It would just
Doesn't
stay.
it need
Yeah.
water to produce the electricity?
Some of the, yeah, but you can do a closed system on that. Some of the
They've got
newer
that torpedo that can go into the water and then stay in the water for 6 months, travel to the other side of the world, and then just set off the land and then blow up when you want it to blow up. The Presidion, I think it's called.
I mean, we've got those
See,
smaller. They've got smaller reactors like
But
that's
they're
on Mars. You know, there's other reactors other than these giant, you know, city-sized reactors. There's much smaller reactors that are closed-loop systems.
Yeah.
No, no, did they buy it from Iran?
Come on, man. That whole Iran nuke deal was the biggest joke I've ever heard in my entire life. It's like, all right, the only guy that can inspect it is an Iranian, okay? You guys good with that? All right, perfect. It's like, yeah. The only inspector we're letting in our building is an Iranian guy. You're good with that? Okay, give us $2 billion. Oh, no, we want it in cash. Yeah. And you sit there and shake your head saying, excuse me? How can I get in on these deals?
They're talking about now that Iran is going to supply Russia with drones.
Yeah, but somebody said the other day that's going to be a bit difficult unless they drive them the whole way. Because every time a ship leaves Iran full of military weapons, somebody takes them. Like Britain. Or the U.S. intercepts the ship and confiscates all the weapons on board.
Well,
because of the
thing
embargo.
is too, Turkey's got the was it the Black Sea shut off?
Yeah. So
They would have to go right around the long way
yeah.
to get to Russia.
But they, you know, like I said, they have to drive them almost because every time a ship leaves Iran loaded with anything kind of weapons, it's confiscated. This is a big port, like all industry, huh?
Port Talbot?
That's the steelworks. That's the biggest steelworks in the world for a very long time.
Yeah.
And everybody in Port Talbot worked there.
Yeah, that's about it. They were nearly going to close down in recent years.
Yeah, the Indians own it now. At the moment, they bought it for £1.
Yeah.
It's hemorrhaging money over fist at the moment.
Well, you can't compete with China. That's a problem.
That's what doesn't make any sense. You can't tell me that, like, we have the iron here, we have the refineries here. You can't tell me it's cheaper to buy it from another country, and I don't care which country, and ship it all the way across the ocean.
Well, that will
After,
change,
you know,
I reckon.
it makes no sense to me. If we have the ore here, we have the processors here, and we're making the steel here, why could it be cheaper to get it from another country and have it shipped here?
Wages, right?
Just like we can produce so much more oil right now, but they want to buy it from overseas. Well, cruise ships and container ships are the most pollutingest ships in the world, and they want to cut down on the pollutions, but they want to ship all their oil over here by ship. Dumping.
Because when they make trade deals, if you want to buy their stuff, you know, they got to buy your stuff, and that's how trade deals work. It's got to be a two-way street.
Oh, I get trade deals, but they always say it's cheaper to buy from China, and it shouldn't be. You still got the same energy inputs, and you still got to get it across the ocean. You know, and the pollution levels, what is it? The average cargo ship is 2 million tons of carbon per hour. I mean, it's insane the amount of carbon they put out.
The problem is England,
you go to
Australia, America, we don't value add anymore. And that's the problem.
Go to Woolworths and they wouldn't give you a plastic bag unless you bought 3 items. And they used to ask me, do you want a plastic bag? And I said, yep, I'm an eco-terrorist.
No, I'm in New York State. Plastic bags are illegal.
Yeah, same now.
And like Tom MacDonald said in the song, we're so silly around here. We made sure we got rid of our plastic straws wrapped in paper, and now we have paper straws wrapped in plastic. Quite literally, we do. We can't have plastic straws in New York State either, but we have paper straws that are wrapped in plastic. So we got real far with that one.
We got paper straws, but they're in paper packaging.
And go one step farther, we can't have plastic bags, but we have to have paper bags. We can get paper bags. Paper bags take up 8 times the amount of warehouse space. You have to send 4 times as many trucks to deliver them. So now where's your savings of the pollution?
You need to cut down an awful lot of trees to make it.
Yeah, but trees, the thing is with trees, they're renewable.
Yeah, but they take too long. Plastic is quicker.
Is it?
It's quicker to make plastic than grow a tree.
Plastic's a lot cheaper and quicker. And the modern biodegradable plastics actually decompose faster than a paper bag. But, you know, don't let that stop you from a good thing.
The paper bag always breaks open when you're 10 feet away from your door.
Oh, I know it.
Or just before you put it up onto the table to unload it on.
Yeah, you know, all your milk's gone and got the condensation on the outside, and it's soaked into the paper bag, and as you go inside, it hits the floor.
It's not into the environment too much, but I do take my own bags to the store because I refuse to pay for a plastic bag.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with
Oh, it
that.
was funny during COVID. They banned the use of the bringing your own bag into the store because it was spreading the germs throughout the store.
Uh-huh.
Actually, here we're still wearing masks everywhere outside the house. Here in Taiwan.
Is that a mandate though, or?
Yep.
Fair enough.
Big fines if you don't. I got used to it now, so I grab my car keys and I grab my mask. It's like, just do it automatically. Now I hate the damn things, but I've got no choice.
I didn't wear mine.
Well, you do.
I didn't wear
do
mine
have a choice.
90% of the time when it was mandatory. The only time I wore it was when I was on a flight because they wouldn't let me on it without it. The rest of the time I didn't wear it. Because we have these silly little things in the U.S. called HIPAA laws. I can say I've got a medical issue where I can't wear them, and you can't legally ask me to prove it.
There was actually, in the height of the pandemic, a million NT fine if you were caught on the public transport or anywhere without a mask. So
Crazy.
that's a good incentive not to leave it at home. Actually, sometimes
Tell you, one of the
get
kids I mentored, she went on to become a biochemist, and she says wearing a mask and COVID, the COVID virus is so small that even an N95 mask it can get through. So wearing a mask and COVID is like trying to keep mosquitoes out with a chain link fence.
Well, I'm 50-50 on that because, like, you know, if you had surgery, you'd want your surgeon to wear a mask. So
Yeah, why does the surgeon wear the mask? Why?
Actually,
Well-
I actually thought the N95 mask.
N95 stops everything down to 300 microns. The average
Yeah, I thought it
COVID,
actually
the average
stops the,
COVID is point.
The coronavirus.
The coronavirus is smaller. It's at like 298. It still can get through an N95. The only thing that's going to save
It's
you
better
from
than not having nothing.
the only thing, not really, because it can cause lung infections. Because your surgeon that's working on you doesn't wear it more than 30 to 45 minutes before he changes it. Why? Because as soon as it gets moist and damp, they have to change it because it breeds bacteria, and it's actually more dangerous having it on. My mother worked in the OR for 40 years. That's why it's not better than nothing. She wouldn't wear one because of the lung infections, the chance of lung infections. She said the only way I'll wear one is if I change it every 30, 40 minutes.
Well, that's fair enough too. I mean, like, but they still wear them. So you wouldn't want to.
But the point is they wear them properly. you know,
Yeah.
wearing a mask all day long does nothing but spread germs because it's now a giant bacteria germ producing thing because it got moist.
One of the
Yeah.
issues that I have here is people wear them under their nose.
Yeah,
And
because
that's what
Don't wear them properly.
I know people still work. You're right, William Kelly. There are people that still wear their masks alone in their car. Yes, I
In
know.
their car. Yeah.
They're by themselves and they have a mask on. The problem was too many people did not look at.
I'm one of those people sometimes.
People didn't look at the statistics. Any place that did not have a mask mandate did not have an increase in cases anywhere. They didn't. You don't need any more proof than that they don't work. That any single place, any country, any place in the world that did not make a mask mandatory did not have a higher increase of exposure or cases. Yeah, the
Whenever
numbers.
I robbed a shop, the police didn't come after me, so I'm just going to carry on wearing the mask. I'm sorry.
Oh, teach your own. Yeah, everybody's absolutely, but don't force your neighbor to wear it because you want to. You know what I mean? That's all most people are saying. Wear whatever you want. If they don't want to wear it, more power to them. They want to wear it, more power to them. Best part about freedom is the ability to make the choice for yourself.
Yeah. I'll just go naked,
You make no choices.
run around the streets naked.
Yeah.
That'll scare.
Yeah, masks and plastics. I agree, Brett.
How do we get onto these conversations?
I don't know. How much farther we got? No, we're almost there. So are we going to fly the mock loop in Spitfires or are we going to fly it in jets?
Easy in Spitfires. They're slow. But you hear the creaking in them. So you know you're working the plane hard when you're trying to get around the corners.
Yeah, let's not talk about naked frogs either. I agree. I absolutely agree.
Oh, come on. I look perfectly fine in my own head.
I have no
And
idea
why
what that
is it-
says.
Why is it I sing perfectly in my head, but out loud, I break glass?
We're all legends in our own mind.
What do you mean? I'm
Between
always a
your
legend.
I think I just took that guy's chimney off.
Yeah.
You know what amazes me with the sim is like, you know, they talk about the world's population, but there's still a lot of empty spaces.
But you need those empty spaces to be farmland to feed all the
okay.
people that are in the world.
Yeah.
That's right. I reckon there's not enough now.
I'll tell you, the last time I flew to Chicago, I was absolutely, I should say, disgusted. For well over an hour when you fly south from Chicago to Texas, it's nothing but houses. For an hour.
What did Pink Floyd say?
For a full hour.
What did Pink Floyd say?
I don't know, I can't read that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. ESGUSODWCHFI.
Favourite groups, Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Where do we get the
I got it.
chatting? Oh, it's on YouTube.
We get the what?
So on the comments next to the video on YouTube,
Yeah.
or if you
Yeah.
want the voice chat, it's in Discord,
Yeah.
and the links
Yeah.
in the
Yep.
YouTube.
Yep. I agree with that one,
I'm
William
just-
Kelly. All the time. You're unique just like everybody else.
This is the first time I'm doing Discord chat, so now I get.
Nice flying, Icarus.
Remember, if you're doing Discord with Big Jack, you've got to turn Big Jack's voice down.
Yeah. Oh my God, does he go Wow. I know I'm getting old. I can't keep up with these young guys.
Young guys, Icarus is older than dirt.
I'm not worried about Icarus. Icarus is a grumpy old fart, just like Garwin.
What I can't believe is sometimes when I look at my age, and I can't believe I'm that old. Because
No, we can't believe you're that old either.
Yeah. I just think like I'm still 18.
Oh, I tell you,
Yeah,
a funny flight the other.
I'm younger than 18.
A couple of weeks ago, we had a funny flight when it turned out that Brett Plays was the youngest one there.
Yes, and he was thinking he was old. What a baby. Actually, Zenon was there as well.
Yeah.
On that one. He
Yeah,
turned out to be the oldest.
Big Jacko's enthusiastic. Sometimes his enthusiasm makes me tired.
That place, the little kiddo, the whippersnapper.
Yeah, he is a whippersnapper.
Oh dear Lord, my birthday's Sunday. I don't want to have any more. I think I'm just going to start having.
Happy birthday
I'm going to start having
to you.
anniversary of my 30th.
No, don't say I don't want any more.
I'm going to have
That's
the
not a
20.
good
I'm
thing.
going to have the 23rd anniversary of my 30th birthday. How about that? That way I can just stay 30 forever.
I'm 21 again.
Whoa! What the hell did I hit? The water? Yes, I did. I went swimming. Wasn't paying attention.
Just say I don't want to celebrate my birthdays. Don't say I don't want any more.
No, just count them backwards.
I'll be celebrating it with like 50,000 total strangers, but that's okay.
Cool.
Last year, I'm going to get my friend back because last year, it's during the IMSA race, and last year he got like 2,000 people to sing me happy birthday. I was so pissed. So embarrassed.
Did you guys see how much Black Evo gave Jacko on his stream? Oh my god.
Nope. Yeah, I got the amphibious version of this now.
$1,600. I went, oh, what the?
Good for him.
I
Awesome.
don't know where they find the money.
I feel like how certain people take off on YouTube, Twitch, and then other people that seem to do as much work or even more work, they don't seem to take off. It seems really strange that there's people out there that have got millions of subscribers and millions of views, and
Well, I've got enough fuel.
it's like, why do they like that? I don't understand how they like that.
Elon Musk is going to give us all new Android bodies. It's going to be okay.
I wouldn't say no to that.
I think what that could be, Sean, is the way the algorithm. Some people know how to play the algorithm or understand it a bit more.
Well, like I said, case in point,
So they play into that.
my little videos, my shorts. I proved that the other day. I did 2 videos. They're virtually identical. One of them's got the dogs. One is just the crystal clear river, and they're both in the exact spot. And one of them with the dogs has 2,500 views. The other one's got 10. You know, there's certain things people like, and once you figure that out, you can play that to your advantage.
Yeah.
I use YouTube
And look.
just to store my video.
And look, Dave's got a great thing going. He's got a great persona he puts on, and he plays it, which is great. He's good at playing to what the crowd wants. He's good with them.
It's for the young ones.
Right. Oh no, absolutely. I'm not saying that's perfect for everybody, but the young ones are the ones that YouTube funnels
They
towards
love
it. So
Yeah.
I do my YouTube videos. I always say I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just doing this for my entertainment. If you enjoy watching it, that's good. It was basically a place to store my videos.
Dave does a great job. I originally started this channel figuring I'd have 10 followers and be like this, a group of guys flying around. That's all I did it for. It's starting to take on a life of its own now, all on its own. I did this just to have a bunch of us come together and fly, because I don't like playing this sim alone very often.
I fly alone quite often.
I don't. I like flying with people,
I do.
and I can pretty much guarantee that if Icarus is around, the two of us are down low somewhere. If I fly. The only outback I know has a bloomin' onion. There's no onions here. Alright, am I going to land or am I just heading over to the Mach Loop, which is right here?
Is this the end, is it?
Yep, this is the end, so I'm
Hey,
heading.
Okay, well, I'm going to land for a minute.
I still
was
have
too busy flying.
38% fuel. Maybe I'll land and refuel. But I don't,
Bender.
but I don't want a full tank flying Mach
GLP.
Loop either.
Is this Bender?
Can't remember, sorry. Hang on.
No, we're using the voice in the Discord chat.
Yeah.
I started doing videos because of the different. I wanted to show people the difference between
Oh, not that one.
Xbox and PC. And but I just enjoy it.
Uh-oh, my engine's spitting, brother. I pulled it back too far.
It's great having somebody that just does the Xbox version.
I have never flown with him.
Actually, the Xbox, I couldn't handle them tags, you know, when you use your mouse. That would drive me nuts.
What do you mean the tags? You can turn
The
them
tab.
off.
I did. I found out how to turn them off, but if I was using Xbox.
Yeah, but even with Xbox, you can turn it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I
Anything,
found out
anything you can do in a PC, except for download third-party stuff that's not in the marketplace, you can do on the Xbox.
Okay.
I haven't figured out how to
can't.
use my
We
Xbox
just can't
to.
put in third-party stuff. That's
I
all.
haven't figured out how to use
That's
my
the
old
only
Xbox to do the what's it called? Where you stream it, you don't download it.
That was awful. Sorry.
Now the Discord voice
No,
is
it's-
free.
That's all right, Sean. That was my fault anyway. And also too, with reviews that I do, I just give it my honest opinion, and
That's
a
a
lot
hard
of it
landing.
is just my opinion, and whether I believe something is worth, you know, that it is.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
good.
going to look at it, at the work that they've done, not just as a plane as a whole. You know, I've got to say, is this thing worth 50, 70, 80, or $2 Australian, or however it costs in euro? I'm thinking I should also say how much is it in pounds as well.
But you got this Velocity Beach. Do you find it a bit sticky with one hand?
Yeah, it's not as easy one-handed.
Because when you're trying to control your throttle and do one hand, it's very jerky.
Yeah. If you actually come towards the middle, move your hand to the center, it's a lot easier.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Okay.
This plane is so nose heavy, it's hard to stop without the tail coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the flight sim. I like everything about it. Alright, give yourself a little more fuel, and then I'm hitting the Mach Loop. If anybody wants to take a stretch, go for it. I'm shutting off my external tank, going 100% on the central tank. So we don't have the extra weight.
But also too, it's my videos that I also do, you can take that over into PC as well, because the Xbox version, 98% of it is identical. We can use almost the same controllers. we just can't do VR. Or my Toby eye tracker doesn't work in Xbox either, unfortunately. Which is something I hope that they bring over.
The Dark Star, yeah, the Dark Star's fun. Brett Pound says, I like your reviews, Froggo. They match my views on
Thank
many
you.
of the pitfalls, and the value for the money aspect is a good thing to point out in his honest opinion.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, that's what all I'm trying to do, is just give people information on.
That's
you
why.
know.
That's literally why I don't do reviews. It's like, why do it? You've already done them.
I think that's one of the problems. There's so many people doing reviews.
I
It's
won't.
hard to find something that nobody's doing.
One of the reasons I like yours is I know you didn't. That you actually bought every single one of them.
Yeah, I do. And it gets expensive.
No, but I'm just saying, because of that, you're not biased that somebody gave you something, somebody did this, somebody did that. It's your straight up.
I wouldn't be.
Your straight up
I wouldn't
honest
be
opinion.
biased anyway. If someone even gave it to me, I'd still.
No,
give
I
it
do my
honest
first
opinion.
flights. I don't do reviews. I don't. I do first flights. I don't do reviews. I do first flight crashes.
I started my YouTube channel just for drone video.
The Freedom Fox is a good plane. A little bit, actually. Then when they brought in that the basic version, I think they must have seen my video because that's what I reckon it needed. And at $26, it is well worth it.
I was doing really good with the Freedom Fox till the second stall, and then that was bad.
The Freedom Fox is a great plane.
I
love
wrecked
it.
the Su-57 the other day like 3 times in the
How
first
do you
flight.
wreck it?
Oh, it was
Went
bad.
through the way.
I just, yeah. The plane's good. The aircraft's good. I'm not. But the aircraft's great.
Actually, if you have a look at my YouTube channel, you can see I did a video the other day with my drone just around near where I live. You can have a little squiz at Taiwan.
Oh, I'm going to throw up
Oh,
a
cool.
video next week that I want you guys to give me an honest opinion on. And it's not what you think. We got a new camera mount for the race car. And it's a different view. And I really want your honest opinion on how you like the view versus the old one.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because it's
for you.
farther back in the car and you can see the driver's hand, so you can see what he's doing.
Okay.
But you may lose some of what you're seeing out the windshield, so it might not be as good. But I do want you guys. I'll post it when I get back. I just want to see what you guys think of it.
I didn't turn into him, Gary. My hands are straight all the time. Honest.
It's his car, his money. He can do what he wants. No, I say that, but we have some good go-arounds every once in a while. Here, you do this. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this instead. Uh-oh. We heard a bling. How come I hear it long before it ever shows up online? Oh, thanks for the subscription. And where did I get the little dinosaur? That's cool. Apparently I turned that on and didn't know I did it.
Let's see if I can put this.
Alright, everybody's airborne but me. You know, I'm going to go right across the grass. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, we're going to go across the grass. We'll just take off this way. Heck, we're taxiing all the way down. Ah, no. Right. Get your nose down. Oh, I tried to rush. See what happened? Ah! I hate this plane. You're taking off this plane. All right, we're going back.
Yeah,
We're
very
going.
funny.
We're going back to the runway. That's all there is to it. We're not going to try to do this. Hey, it was nice meeting you too. Glad you
It's
stopped
slow
by
up.
and subscribed. I appreciate
I
it.
just fell through the sky.
We are a crazy bunch, that's for sure.
I was too slow. Alright, I gotta leave it there. I'll just follow you on YouTube.
Hey, no problem. I got to get to the runway here. and
What, did
actually-
you crash the desktop or something?
No, I crashed the ocean.
Oh,
Too slow.
Oh, I crashed. I crashed the ground. So
just get back in the damn plane and start flying.
Now I gotta go downstairs. My My
Okay.
wife's puppy is going nuts down there, and he pisses me off, so I can just imagine what the neighbors think.
All right,
Take care, sir.
we're gonna do this the right way this time.
I'll just
There.
follow you on YouTube.
There we go. I'm up. When I'm not screwing around, I do pretty good at it.
So how often do you get it up these days? Going.
Not nearly as often
Excuse
as I'd
me?
like to.
Yes, we've noticed that.
That's a rude question.
No, not at all.
Game name, Microsoft Flight
I was just
Simulator.
asking how often he gets his Spitfire
And
up.
welcome, I'm not
What
even
were
going to
you
try that
thinking?
name. Ishido Gamer 64 YT. Welcome. Alright. Where's Icarus? He knows the exact way over to that balloon. Oh, there's the balloon. I can see it from here.
I'm glad you guys can see it, because that's one thing we don't get, and that's a shame.
You don't have the
We don't
Asobo
have it.
Fly with Friends?
No,
That's right. Just follow one of
no,
us.
it's not available.
Oh, that's right. Xbox. That stinks.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the bad points at the moment. However, I think once Sim Update 10 comes live for us, I think things will change.
You think or you hope?
I hope. Well, put it this way: if we can't get on Xbox a little bit more complexity in the aircraft, then it's just not. It's pointless to a certain point of having the flight sim on Xbox, because then it just becomes a generic thing.
I have a 4-hour
Yeah.
We
commute
need
in
the
the morning.
system's depth. And if it doesn't change, so if we don't get that system depth within the aircraft on Xbox, I will be moving to PC.
See you soon then. I think their thoughts behind the Xbox stuff is that it's like the old people are on the PCs, whereas it's the kids that are in the Xbox.
Did you see
And
the
maybe
latest?
the kids don't want the complex.
Did you see the
not want
latest?
the complexity. I don't know.
That's what
Later-
they initially thought. They thought that they were going to just get the kids in, but what they've realised now is that there are a lot of people on Xbox who actually want the serious simming within the Xbox environment. So, and they've had problem with the WASM, and I'm not sure what WASM stands for, and that's why the DC6 failed, because it couldn't operate all the functions that the DC6 needed. So that's why the PDMG DC6 failed. Once
Yeah.
the WASM is opened up, because Asobo had to develop a tool to allow developers then to go further in, where you take when the developers develop a plane, they develop it on a PC. So they do all their testing on a PC. So you guys then get it onto PC.
All right, here we're in the loop.
There's no hiccup over that. But with Xbox having a closed environment, even though they're as good as a PC for security and stability wise, they've just kept it closed. But they have developed a tool now. They're getting it out to the developers, and apparently it comes live as of Sim Update 10, which will be released currently on the 23rd of August is the plan, provided the beta all goes well.
What was really interesting was the statistic. Can't freaking talk about the VR statistic. It turns out most kids don't want VR. It's 30 and over.
The older
It's 30,
generation do though.
30 and over that are playing VR
Yeah.
like big time. But the kids, they want their phones. They want it to run on the phones. They want to be able to take it with them. That's why Steam was so smart with the Steam Deck. The kids want to take
Yeah.
it with them.
Yeah, and that's why they did the cloud gaming.
Yep, cloud gaming and
As well.
the Steam Deck, it's working perfect. But the VR is really an old man's game, I guess. And look, when I'm not streaming,
think in
I'm in
the end-
VR.
Yeah.
Serious simming, as in aircraft simming, is not necessarily exciting enough for the youngsters anyway.
I think it's just
Unless you
I think
have-
it's just a difference. We've had flight sims since we were little, pretty much.
82.
You know, we've been around them our whole lives, and look, we all
Yeah.
are wannabe pilots in real life, anyways. And this is just an amazing thing for us, and it works, and it's great. What these
I used to know a lot about World War II aircraft. I've forgotten so much now.
for today's kids have their own thing. I mean, there's some younger kids that play this sim, absolutely.
Big Jack.
They do.
I like watching him fly because he's like all or nothing. Everything he does, he drives, it's all or nothing. He flies, it's all or nothing. His streams are all or nothing. He's over the top. I love watching that part of him. He just hangs it all out there.
What engine have you got in your Spitfire going?
I'm climbing up
Just went past
Icarus's
me
butt
like I was
here.
in reverse.
I'm climbing up on Icarus now. Man. We're gonna get him. We're gonna shoot him down. Probably why good thing I don't play any of the ones where I shoot people. I think Microsoft's gotten a little silly about the not even rendering the guns that are in the marketplace. That's like silly.
Ah, well, they made a stand, and good on them for making the stand. You know, you can't knock them for that.
For what stand? What's the stand? It's a historically accurate aircraft. We made it go
it's
away.
just a violence. Yeah, I understand.
I understand
that.
not making them active. I absolutely understand that, but not rendering them is silly. Because that's blaming. That's like blaming an object again for something that it didn't do. There is no stand against an object.
Yeah.
You know, there isn't.
Well,
You can say what you want, but that's silly at that point.
Ah, well, as they say,
But it is
you know,
theirs.
you can lay a gun on the ground. It's perfectly safe. It's not going to hit you. It's not going to hurt you. It's the idiot behind it.
Well, same with a car. You don't ban cars
Yeah.
because it kills more people than. You don't ban cars because DWIs kill more people than guns. You don't. You make it illegal, but you don't ban the car. You know, sorry, you can only have a bicycle because cars kill too many people. You know, it's everything. So they say cars, the nut behind the wheel, most dangerous part.
It's trying to kill you.
Everything's out to kill you.
Always make sure you got a way out. Always make sure you got a way out.
Sometimes you can't get that way out, though.
No.
Sometimes you can't. And you just got to accept the fact that
The
When it's up, it's up.
30 kids in my kindergarten picture, 4 of them didn't make it to graduation. All of life is a crapshoot.
yeah,
Not a one of them was shot, believe it or not. 2 of them were dead because of drunk drivers. But none of them were shot. 1 suicide, 1 motorcycle accident, and 2 drunk drivers. But it's the whole thing. It's a crapshoot.
it's motorbikes, ban motorbikes. They're bad, wicked, terrible. They're dangerous.
Great fun though.
Oh yeah,
Great fun.
yes. Wish I could ride mine. Can't anymore. Took me a long time to get over that.
I couldn't believe it when Brett said he was going to get rid of his just to get graphics card.
I talked him out of
Trying
it.
to read,
Oh.
trying to read
Oh,
Brett
don't
Brown's
do that.
comment. Almost flew right into the side of that mountain.
I was trying to talk him out of it, but I also understand his position too.
Yeah.
I'm sure that kids want immediate gratification and be able to finish in a few minutes. That's not a sin. Yeah, you're right. They want it now. They like these short little. Well, look at how the shorts have taken off in TikTok. It's instantaneous. You don't need an
Yeah.
attention span at all.
Instant gratification.
You
That's
need
all
no
it
you
is.
need no attention span. You get a 30-second clip.
What's with all the black squares?
That's like me. I absolutely love audiobooks
Guys
because
have
14,
fires out
15,
here.
16 hours. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind. It's all part of the fun. Trying to fly and read the comics. All right. This has been slow and long enough. Where's the closest airport? I need a jet.
Okay, finish flight.
Have we finished the loop? I don't even know if we finished an entire loop. Because there's like 3 balloons around here. Yeah, we must have, because we gone back by that airport again.
Yeah.
I'm just flying down valleys. I don't even know where the hell I'm going.
Yeah,
Trying
the
to
Orbix
be the same
fun.
height as the trees.
Yeah. The Orbix Fun with Friends. It's like $5. It's the best $5 you'll ever spend on the sim ever. It's like really cheap. It's called Fun.
No.
It's Fun with Friends.
PC 21. It's the best money you'll spend.
Yeah, but it's not $5. That was $7.99. So the best $5 you'll spend is the Fun with Friends, because it's got the Mach Loop, it's got the Jedi Canyon, it's got a couple others, the Brisbane River, it's got another airport in Australia, it's got one of the Canadian Rockies, it's got Devil's Tower, it's got the Great Pyramids. It's got a lot of great fun places to go fly.
Actually, I should get that one and put it on PC. Which I am thinking about doing anyway, setting up a cockpit and a slash.
You know what? The
trucking rig.
PC-21 is that good at triple the price. It really is. That is a rock solid aircraft. It's fun to fly. It's got the smoke trails.
It's not
it's quick.
Visually, it's not perfect, but everything else goes well.
It is absolutely. It to me
Fun
compares to me easily with the $40 aircraft. It really is well done.
For $7,
Yeah, it's
it's
$7.
an amazing piece of kit. You know,
It
even
is.
if the graphics are slightly off, you know, you don't expect everything to line up or be perfect in a $7
But
plane.
the thing is, for such a cheap product, the man supports the product.
I don't have the TB30,
Even
so I
now.
can't actually compare.
Yeah.
Maybe
You know,
one of these guys that has the TB30 can compare it, but
which one? The GB.
the TB30 Epsilon, which pretty much is a very similar aircraft.
Yeah, the PC-21 actually goes quicker. It's probably a little bit more sharper in its response in handling. However, the TB30 is finished very well. The developers have done a good job with that. And again, that has potential, but it also is a little dearer as well than the PC-21.
Speaking of Demos Inc., I'm going to jump into the SU-57.
But if people want to know, they can have a look at my review on the TB30 by Azure Poly. I kept on saying Poly Azure, but it is Azure Poly, and they've done a great job with it. They really have. Just not so many liveries where at least Demos Inc. have added quite a few new liveries now, and he's fixed up any issues that I found.
There's an app out that helped with the tracking of your car and when you were racing online in The Sims.
Oh yeah.
Sort of got all your information, how your tyres were positioned, and
Let's see, is that
how
on?
much heat was going into them.
Hi, you're welcome, man.
All of that.
Anytime.
A bit like Motec.
I have like a 4-hour
cheaper and
commute
it's
in the
just
morning,
made by
and I'm
one
still
bloke.
going to fly one more
And it
loop.
was amazing. If you had an issue with it, you could email him, and within a couple of days he'd have sort of patched it already and resolved it,
Yeah.
made it a lot better, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's great when somebody listens
Yeah.
and has the same passion as you do, which I believe this gentleman does that done the P28.
Yeah.
It sounds a cracking bloke.
Yeah, the guy who did the PC-21, Ricky Demos, he's contacted me, you know, a number of times. He's actually been on Garwin's stream and contacted him. And he supports the product. And for 15 Australian dollars, you can't complain at that. He goes above and beyond. It just goes to show you don't need a perfect aircraft to make it functional and fun. Beautiful coastline.
Yeah, it's pretty right through here. This is an area where if I won the lottery, I'd consider buying a house just so it's on the. I would find a place that's on the Mach Loop where they're screaming by all the time when they fly, and buy one there. I literally would.
Have a house just on top of the hill.
I'd have a house on top of the hill with a big deck that looks right out where they're where they're coming by.
Yep. Barbecue and a bar.
Well, not the bar.
The
for
other
me,
place
but-
to see them is up north in the Lake District.
That's a nice
Sort of
area
look down
too.
into the you look down into the cockpit and they wave at you. Great.
Awesome,
Yeah.
eh? Oh, these flaps, man, are just like hitting an e-brake. Icarus is already in the SU-57.
You know Icarus, he's going at 5,000 miles an hour every time,
Oh, I know he does.
even when he's standing still.
No, I'm going to float forever here. Come on. Now I'm going to bounce instead. Not the worst landing. Nope. I pulled back
There's
on,
Zenon.
pulled back on the stick too quick to put the brakes on.
It was nice flying with you, mate.
Oh, well, this landing, this plane keeps going in the air. Cut it out.
I gather the chat people in chat can still hear us.
Yeah, we're still on down there. All right, I'm not even going to park this. I'm going to switch planes.
We
And
hope we haven't
I don't-
made the people
I don't-
boring.
I don't have dev mode on, so I got to do it the old way. Aircraft selection. We're going for the SU. Let's pick a decent livery. There we go. Weights, we're going to give ourselves 50% fuel. Well, maybe a little more. We're going to
Quickly.
EGOD. Come
My
on.
dog giving the wife what for?
My dog's been good
Gosh.
tonight. Normally they're bugging to go out a dozen times, but
No, well, mine, he's telling my wife that, come on, let's get out and play, come on. She's having the day off today, so. My dog thinks that my wife's his plaything, so.
all right, one loop and I gotta go to bed. It's after 9:30, and like I said, I got a 4-hour commute in the morning. I gotta be up and on the road early.
637.
E-brake, where is it? Right there.
Thank you very much, chaps. That was brilliant. I hope you like it.
Excellent,
Oh,
well done,
cool.
Sean.
That was a great one,
Thank
Sean.
you very much.
Thanks so much for doing it. Thanks for doing the work.
Hope,
Any work
hope
you
you
do,
like
I
the
don't have to.
new bits.
William, the PC21 is fantastic for its price. It's really good fun, and I do highly recommend that you pick it up if you haven't got it. As a matter of fact, I think it might even be on special at the moment.
All right, we switched to jets, by the way. Welcome back, Cisco. Yeah, have a good night, Mr. Sean Dale. I think you left the chat already, but if you hear me, thanks for putting on the doing the flight plan. I appreciate it. It was a fun one. It's always fun when I crash.
Yeah. I'm going to step out of flying, but I'm going to be still here though. I'll watch you
So yeah, I gotta find.
do
I
the
know,
Mac loop.
I know Icarus will be around here somewhere. My gear still down? Yeah, that will help speed things up. I put that up. Oh, he's still over there on the runway.
Does help.
The other problem is I can't run this flat out down through here because it's just too fast. Can't make some of the corners. Miata boy. And a DC-6. There's the bloom. Where the hell's the canyon start? There it is.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. That was a good flight. I know it's it's early morning for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I will take care of my commute tomorrow. I'm not going to be in a super hurry to get there. .370, 380. I don't know how fast I was doing it the other day, but much faster than that. It gets wonky. I can't corner fast enough. Ah, this is fun. This is a good little aircraft too. I think this one's on sale right now too.
Yeah, in the beginning it wasn't. It had a lot of
Issues.
faults, but but Ricky's fixed them, and he's actually turned it into a reasonable aircraft. As I said, he does support all his products, and he's active on people who fly them or stream with them.
Oh,
and
we've been in contact for a couple of days now.
Yeah.
Just chatting back and forth on things. And I'm glad he popped by the stream the other day and left a comment. This is awesome. Nice to know he's...
So the email I sent you was correct then?
Yep, that was correct.
Good.
So I'm still working on some music. The music I was working on with the one from Australia, that her record, I'm going to license a couple of the songs, but the record company's like, well, we're not big enough, da 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 da. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'll still work on it. It's not dead yet, but we're working on it. It's like, I like the music. I don't mind paying so much if it's reasonably priced for 3 or 4 songs every time I use them. If the price is too high, I won't do it. But they're being grumpy about the number of viewers right now, and I'm like, well, what the hell's that going to do with it? I get the more viewers I have, the more money they can charge, basically, is what it boils down to. For the license.
I personally have the premium edition.
Of what? The game? The sim?
Yeah. The
Oh, I
sim.
do. No, I'm talking
What
about licensing. I'm talking about licensing some music
No.
for the...
The question was in the chat.
Oh, the chat. Oh, I've got
do
the...
you have the deluxe?
I'm sorry, I missed the
or
chat.
premium?
Sorry about that, Echo. I have... There's Icarus. I have the premium. Oh, I love
Premium
how that
is you
sun
get-
reflects off that mirror. It's
Yeah,
almost
off the
annoying.
mirror.
It's almost annoying.
Premium,
but
you get all the aircraft, all the default aircraft, and some default airports as well.
yeah, I
so there's
tend,
different
like I s-
levels.
that comes along to what I was talking about yesterday, is that I like to buy everything at once. I don't like buying a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff separately.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I didn't
Close.
hesitate. you know, it's not cheap, but then what in life is these days?
You know what? For the money I've spent and the entertainment value I've gotten, this thing has been definitely worth it. But
Oh,
look,
yeah.
I'm creeping up on 500 hours. That's a long time. Outside of Skyrim and Minecraft,
I'm
it's the
over.
only other sim that is that many hours I put into.
Yeah. I mean, the sim for
Minecraft is a-
Xbox.
Minecraft because I've had it for 10 years, and I've had Skyrim for probably that long again, some.
Yeah. Well, Xbox hasn't quite been out a year yet, and I've got over 500 hours. I'm just short of 600, I think.
So I've definitely got the money out of it. That's not a problem.
My problem is I'm getting plenty of aircraft, and I don't get to fly them all.
Yeah, well, you do the reviews, so you kind of got a reason to get all the aircraft.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I can't get into Minecraft. I find it too blocky for my eyes.
Considering that's the whole charm of it is being blocky.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Really, the biggest way to compare it really is almost like a digital Lego. You know, you can build what you want. There's no rules. There's no nothing. It's like build what you want. Uh-oh. Whoa! Icarus stopped for some reason. I flew right into him. I wasn't flying the pattern. I was flying off of him.
Gonna move that mirror.
I can't tell you the last time I flew the Kodiak. You buy an aircraft and then
Oh.
fly it, and then and then fly the older one rarely.
I actually flew the Kodiak yesterday, so
Oddly enough, it's funny. I figured I would fly the Long Easy less when I got the velocity. Yeah, I still fly the Long Easy more because of VR. It's got so much better of a view. Like if I'm just gonna go fly someplace just to check the view out, I take the Long Easy every time. So yeah, you're right. It does teach basic logic circuits and ors. All right, guys. I think I'm heading back to the airport. I do have a long trip in the morning. Where is the airport? I have lost the airport. Anybody seen the airport?
over near the coast.
Yeah, well, what coast? I'm lost. I am completely lost. Get back on my plane. I don't know. We'll just go find an airport. I think it's out there. I think, yeah, it's right there ahead of me. Yeah, there it is. Why am I turning that way? It's over that way.
Left bumper and A button.
I'm not using the. I'm not in Xbox. Yeah, turn the airport marker back on again. I know. Call ATC. Yeah, have that turned off
Yeah,
too, because
that's
that
it.
got annoying.
Does.
Whoa!
Huh?
Here's Icarus. Just follow him to the
Here
airport.
he is.
He flies here so often, he'll know exactly where it is.
You just got trolled.
Oh man, the first time he trolled me was absolutely worth the cost of admission. I had a string of curse words come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
He scared the living hell out of me.
12 likes going. That's good.
Where's the runway? There it is. Still haven't figured out what the actual landing speed is of this beast.
Actually, it's not bad, that one.
No, you can go pretty
'Cause
slow,
you can-
but
Yeah, you can actually almost put it in a high alpha and just about plonk it down.
oh man. It says, oh, that's right. This thing's got dive brakes. This got speed brakes. Coming
Yes,
too
it-
fast, just hit it and
It
it just.
does.
Oh man, I'm coming in on the short runway. Holy crap! Well, this ought to
Hey,
be fun.
V. V's just dropped in.
Imperial Builder, how you doing, man? Oh man, we're coming in on the short runway, Icarus. Why did you do this to me? Of course,
Talk
this
to
is,
him, Goose.
this
Yeah,
is-
talk to me, Goose.
I don't have my reverser set up.
You won't need it.
Ah, you're on your way to school? Yeah, I gotta go to work in the morning. Nose up. Oh, don't land on. Alright, brakes on. I don't have reversers.
There you go.
Hey, we made it. Well, it
What's so hard about that?
wasn't quite butter, but it wasn't terrible.
It'll do.
I didn't bounce and I'm on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Just me or do the brakes not work on this thing when it's going slow?
Butter. Ah, the brakes work on it slow.
No, that was more like grape nut cereal. Oh, dear is
Yeah,
right.
butter. I would say crunchy peanut butter. I wouldn't have said butter.
All right, everybody. Thanks for flying along tonight. Everybody that stopped by. Let's see if we can try to get all the names. See if we don't miss anybody. I promise I will. We got Cisco. We got Imperial Builder stopped by. We got Mr. Brett Pounds. We got Icarus. We got Echo showed up. Mr. Sean Dale. Thanks especially to him for putting down this flight plan for us. And we got the regular Brett Plays showed up. We got Xenon. We also had Gamer64YT. I'm not going to try the first name. And, oh dear Lord, we had so many tonight. Gonna have to find a
Yeah,
better
we
way
had
to
a
do
few.
this. We had William Kelly stop by. Yeah, I gotta figure out a better way to do this. We had Luke.
Thanks, Poncho. Punch.
Yep.
Cisco Punch.
Yeah, this Cisco
67.
Punch and that
Cisco.
plays.
And V. Have
we
a
had-
good day at school, V.
We had Oriella Hayes popped in. I think that's just about everybody. We got the Flying Frog. Can't forget you, dear Lord. You're right here.
Oh, yeah. You just bought the premium version. Good on you.
And I think we got everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm very sorry. But thanks for everybody stopping by. Thanks for the new sub. Appreciate it. I will be back on Tuesday, TBM Tuesday, for another TBM flight.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone. Thanks for watching. See yous all.
And like I'm off to the races for the weekend, so look for a couple of shorts popping up from the track. And until next time, y'all look out for each other, take care of each other, and be well. I'm out of here.
Bye-bye.